One of my mates at school, he and I used to play it all the time. His name was Tom Lincoln, and he worked out, you know, that edit player tool thing. So I put myself into the game, but for some reason I didn't want to be Dan Walker, so I made up the name of Dave Longface. 16-year-old Dave went in with all the best stats in the game, and you could slowly watch his career progress, and eventually was signed by Barcelona and went on to become one of the greats of the game. Back in the day when I used to do commentary on football matches, I went all the way to Ipswich when they relegated City out of the top division. And after the game was finished and done all the interviews, drove all the way back from Ipswich to Manchester, where I was living at the time, after a power nap on the A14, recommend a power nap. And then when I got in, rather than go to bed like a normal human, I decided to play a game of Football Manager. I remember I was in charge of Wolves, taking on Sevilla, and I changed the tactics about 20 minutes in. And the next thing I remember was waking up the following morning about 9:30, and we'd won 2-0. So a valuable lesson for all would-be football managers: sleep and win. When I was at university, the whole of the house that I lived in was mildly obsessed with Football Manager, to the extent that in our final year we actually signed a contract on the back of a Tunnocks tea cakes box that said nobody would play it during the 3 weeks of our final year exams. Somehow we stuck to it, nobody played it, didn't even turn the computer on for that reason, and then when we'd done, we had a 4-day bender on Football Manager. There were a few fights, some tears, but by the end of it all, Crawley Town were the champions.